guys, Claire here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about all things Harry and Meghan. In honor of Women's History Month, Archewell has shared its initiatives to support women stepping into their power and purpose. The focus of these initiatives is to provide mentorship and business support for women-led organizations. Some of these organizations shared included ACM, I believe it's pronounced, Opportunity Fund, which provides entrepreneurial coaching, grants, and loans to women-owned businesses, and the 19th, which is an independent newsroom which amplifies women's voices in media. Archewell also shared a variety of different female-owned organizations that you can support if you're interested. The Duke and Duchess have brought on Meredith Maines as their first Chief Communications Officer, according to Axios. Maines previously worked for Google, ran communications at Hulu, and worked as a talent manager for American Idol. She comes most recently from Lightspeed Venture Partners. Maines is quoted as saying, "I am honored to partner with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to highlight the amazing work they're doing through Archewell, their broader business portfolio, and nonprofit work. I'm excited to help them tell their story as entrepreneurs, builders, and philanthropists while overseeing all communications for the couple and their ventures." Can't wait to see what Meredith has in store for us. In the last video, we talked about Serena Williams also being in attendance to the venture capital summit that Prince Harry attended, and then we see her in Meghan's Instagram story spending some time with Meghan and of course Princess Lilibet. Now, fashion girls have already identified what Meghan's wearing and what Princess Lilibet has been wearing, and like the little Candyland toy to the side. Not only have they identified what Princess Lilibet has been wearing, but apparently the bottoms, the little floral leggings, have already sold out. Guess it's not just the Meghan effect in the House of Sussex, but now it's the Princess Lilibet effect as well.
Look who we have here. A queen visiting a duchess. With Meghan's Netflix show set to premiere in a couple of days, she had a very special guest. That was none other than the Queen of Tennis, the GOAT, and Meghan's bestie, Serena Williams. And if you don't believe me, let's have a closer look at that tag. Yes, it says Serena Williams. I want to be part of that friendship. They look like they have the best time together.
Same. As we get closer to the official release date of Meghan's upcoming Netflix show With Love Meghan, fans have spotted the Duchess in Times Square. This video is scheduled to be uploaded the day before, and I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited.
If Meghan Markle fries up some fish, she has a crawfish boil, or she makes a focaccia, it's over. I'm sold. She has a lot of detractors, but I swear to God, if she fries up some catfish, I'm sorry, it's over. If she adds truffle salt to anything, it's done. Like, she is the people's princess, full stop. And I know there are a lot of white women who hate her just for existing and having straight hair and marrying that redheaded prince, and they will never like her because she got that man seemingly with doing very little besides being beautiful and cultured and smart and funny and interesting and famous and just being herself. Like, they hate her for that. But if she cooks up my favorite foods, I swear to God, I will come after all of them. I'm not joking.
Spending this evening thinking about what's meant for me will come to me, because at this point, Meghan Markle is about to have a hit Netflix show and is reviving the essence of the blog that made her so renowned with a lot of people, got her into Fashion Week, cooking tutorials, her garden. I think that even before everything had gone down, she was on her way to getting her own Netflix type TV show deal, and everything that happened in between then and now has, yes, been crazy, but it's cool to see that she's ended up where I do think she was always heading.
I agree. As ever, and With Love Meghan seems like a very natural progression for what Meghan was working on with the TIG. And like the young lady said, we always end up where we're supposed to be, eventually.
Imagine being such a hater this video triggers you. A video of someone taking a break from work, enjoying the day, enjoying life. Taking a moment to appreciate nature and going out for a walk. But you know those Meghan haters, those derangers will be so triggered by this. Because God forbid you just let her live her life. I honestly think it's jealousy. And it infuriates them she's so unbothered. She is living her best life, living the dream, married to a prince. And I'm so happy for her. I'm proud of her. She's revisiting her roots and launching as ever. It's like paying tribute to who she was before she met Harry. And which is still a very big part of her. And this is the many things I love about Meghan. She's genuine to the core. Oh, and here's the sweatshirt. God forbid she wears a sweatshirt from her alma mater. She has a beautiful life, a beautiful husband, beautiful children. Why not just wish the best for her? And in our current political climate, she is as refreshing as the drink she is making, and carefree as ever.
As ever. Now, in the last video, we briefly touched on William and Kate sort of mimicking the mannerisms and social media strategy of Harry and Meghan. And I ran across this screenshot of an article where a royal expert reckons that their trip to Wales, which was the trip we were talking about, is hardly the stuff of inspiration. Basically call them boring.
Moving forwards, you and I can start to show a bit more PDA.
Oh.
The people like that thing that Meg did, rubbing her hand on Harry's back.
Oh? Like this?
And this was from a Lifetime movie that's, 2-3 years old? So the mimicry has been pretty obvious. So I really wish they'd stop, because it's not having the desired effect. It's cringeworthy and inauthentic, and yeah, a little boring.
We've always known that Amanda Platel, the journalist that works for the Daily Mail, has been a bit flighty. That is to say, on Wednesday she'll be pro somebody or something, on Thursday she will drag that somebody or something down. It must be part of working for the Daily Mail, where your job depends on the number of clicks you can get. But to cut to the chase, Martin, what's the story? I've noticed that over the past 3 weeks, she's been less supportive of William and Kate and telling them now that they need a recipe to get the monarchy back to where it should be and inject some magic. I like the way she's used the word recipe, obviously tying in with Meghan's Netflix As Ever series dropping soon. To openly state that is kind of new from Amanda. And people like us know that, and the majority of people that feel these people need to do more. They need to do more things that can be measured and use their own money, which comes from the British state, yeah? Use their own money to do those things. If they donated half their annual income to charity and managed that spend, those donations, they'd be instantly elevated to more proper, more caring, and more, I was going to say real. They would be real in the minds of the 60, 70 million people in the UK. They'd become real, and that would be a good platform for them to build on. But they don't want to work. They just like taking the money. These two need wholesale change to have a chance at becoming interesting, and that might not work.
These two are at it again. Prince and Copy Kate. Meghan Markle's new show comes out next week, and so a couple days ago, these two were out baking cakes and talking about their jam recipes that they want to give away for free. And yes, they know exactly what they're doing when they do this. They are trying to take the attention away. They're trying to highlight how what they do is better. And it's really just very obvious and kind of ridiculous. So I will be looking to see what they do next week, especially like the day the Netflix series drops. I'm sure they're going to be up to something. Probably baking, probably throwing a little party for someone, something like that. And I, for one, am excited to watch Meghan's series. Can't wait to see what it's all about.
Just this week alone, I have heard accusations that Meghan copied the name American Riviera from a street. I have heard she copied her new company name As Ever from a clothing company. Now, mind you, she secured that name in 2022. I have also heard that she's copying Princess Diana look with the Northwestern sweatshirt when the girl who actually went there, the Duchess, Meghan Markle herself. Like, look how Destiny is working in the background. Princess Diana is wearing a Northwestern sweatshirt, not knowing in the future that her son is going to marry a girl from that school. Even fate and destiny is against y'all haters. This is what took me out. You guys are saying that she copied from Pamela Anderson's cookie show? The woman that is known for running around beaches, rock and roll, and Tommy Lee, that's the person y'all think Meghan is copying from? You do know before she married into the royals, she had a blog that focused on fashion, food, and travel. That was her thing. That's not new news, okay? So for her to make a cooking show, it makes sense. But Pamela Anderson? Please, none of you guys knew she had a cooking show until your hateration stumbled upon it. See, what you need to do is redirect that energy to Camilla and Andrew.
Until I saw this video, I had no idea that Pamela Anderson has or is about to have a cooking show. Did you guys know that?
So this is a message for all the Meghan Markle haters who are still so upset about this up-and-coming cook show. Particularly the ones who are playing in my comment section saying that they won't be watching the show, and then the ones who are saying, I will be cancelling my Netflix subscription. Okay? So, you know I'm always here to help. I love to help people move past the point of their pain. I think a lot of this upset all started when our darling Duchess Meghan reactivated her Instagram account. And you saw her frolicking around on the beach and scribbling lovely little messages in the sand. Then there was the announcement of the cook show. Then after that, there was all the humanitarian work her and her husband, Prince Harry, did during the LA fires. Then there was our good lady Duchess going to Invictus to support her husband, Prince Harry. Then after that, there was, the big announcement, the Netflix partnership. Then since then, there has just been all these lovely Instagram reels and stories, behind the scene footage, sneak peeks, and it's all been absolutely gorgeous. It's been sunshine, it's been watering the veggie patch, it's been picking fresh fruit from the orchard, it's been manicured lawns, it's just been beautiful. And it's been rough on you guys, especially the staunch haters. It's been rough because it's been a lot to process. All this goodness, kindness, happiness, high frequency, high vibration living. It's a lot for people who can't understand that. So as ever, I am here to help. So the ones who are going to cancel the Netflix subscription, please go ahead and do that. That's your prerogative, that's your decision, but leave my girl out of it. As you can see, she's dancing, she's happy, she ain't thinking about you, boo. And then the ones who we know are going to be watching, watch quietly. Don't make noise for us. We are happy and we don't want to hear it after. And I hope that helps you guys move past the point of your pain. Okay? As ever, with love, God bless. Get well soon.
Let's talk about Harry and Meghan's latest power move from royal celebrities to CEO transformation. What we're witnessing right now with Harry and Meghan isn't just another staff change. As you know, they announced that they've hired a couple more members of staff. And that, to me, as an ex-headhunter, was very, very significant. And I fear that it didn't even get half the press that it should have. But I'm here to analyze what that strategic move means. Okay, so number one, the timing is impeccable. By hiring Meredith Maines with her venture capital background at Lightspeed and with her corporate experience at Google directly before the Netflix launch of Meghan's program. Now, the timing, as I said, is impeccable. So, and that tells me that they're no longer doing the celebrity playbook. They're now shifting to fully embracing corporate strategy. What do I mean? So let's look at the typical C-suite structure. As an ex-headhunter, you have your CEO, president, whatever, at the top. Then you've got your finance director, or your chief finance officer, whatever you want to call them. Then you've got your marketing director. Then you've got your chief operations officer or your chief operating officer. Then you might have your chief information officer. But now the Sussexes, they have chief communications officer. This is very corporate speak. This is not celebrity speak. Celebrities have representatives. They have publicists. Corporations have C-level executives. And this linguistic shift is very deliberate and it's very, very telling. Also, the second thing for me was that there was a strategic rebrand from American Riviera Orchard to As Ever. So they've gone from royal refugees, remember Canada guys, royal refugees to content creators, and now they are telling their story further with by creating programs, which is what Meghan has done with As Ever. So we're seeing that in a matter of 3 or 4 years, they've gone from public figures, a lovely pivot from public figures to business leaders. The Netflix deal is also particularly revealing because unlike other standard celebrity vanity projects, they've secured a proper production agreement. That is very rare. And this is actually very close to what other established studios, this is close to what they get. So for them to secure proper production deals and the budget is huge. I don't even think people understand the implications of this. And I love them for it. And that tells me they've got incredible negotiating skills. Also, if you look at the Archewell corporate architecture notice, you will see how the announcement references their broader business portfolio. Again, look, the language. Again, I want you to note the language. It is not, they didn't say our charity work. They didn't say our advocacy. They're publicly framing themselves as portfolio managers of multiple business assets. Again, very, very telling. Their structure reminds me of the Reese Witherspoon, Hello Sunshine, her production company called Hello Sunshine. It reminds me of that. She's got her own production company, and that drives multiple streams of income across content, products, and partnerships for her. And I predict that Harry and Meghan are following the same model. So I just love it. I love how they are leveraging their celebrity as a launch capital for building an actual corporation. This is very exciting stuff. And one of the reasons I talk about them a lot is because in real time, we are witnessing a couple of people forming companies and succeeding immensely. So they've learned how to turn whatever PR, whatever noise that the press is going to give them, they've learned how to turn that into a publicity advantage for them. They have decided to focus on their vision and not on the noise generated by their critics.
I do enjoy these sort of more business, corporate focused commentary on Harry and Meghan's growing organizations, from Archewell Productions to Archewell Foundation, now to Meghan's brand. And then we just saw Harry talking about his ethical investing at that venture capital summit. I genuinely enjoy those sorts of conversations, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well.
Not everyone can go with you where you're going. If you find yourself losing people, shedding situations, shedding jobs, shedding things that you maybe felt a false sense of security in, it's because you cannot carry that baggage into this next phase of your life. Before I moved to Los Angeles many years ago, I was actually supposed to move to New York with someone whom I considered a best friend of mine at the time. We made these big, grand plans, but if I'm also being honest, there were some things that weren't quite right in that relationship dynamic at that time. But you know, you're young. You learn eventually. Anyway, no matter how much I tried with my efforts to move to New York with this person, it just never worked. Eventually, Los Angeles became an option for me. I did decide to open up my LA opportunity to this person. This person said yes. I'd found a 2-bedroom apartment because we were going to be roommates. We were really going to do this until we weren't. This friend bailed out on me and the opportunity at the last minute. Now, while this was quite disappointing at the time, there are no hard feelings. I actually got over it pretty quickly after, I would say a couple of months, but this person had a lot of demons that they were also dealing with and things that were holding them back from moving forward. That being said, one thing was very clear. That friend was not meant to go on that pivotal life journey with me. No matter how hard I tried, I had to learn that that part of my journey was not a dual journey. It was not a community journey. This was a singular journey. If you try to force fit people into your life when they don't belong there, it could be disastrous. Shedding people, things, habits, life situations is a very normal part of this journey. Nature sheds all the time. A snake has to shed its skin often, 4 to 12 times a year. We humans, we shed millions of skin cells every single day too. So physical, spiritual, and emotional shedding is not weird or odd. It is necessary. It is part of the process. With a snake, a roomier skin layer is generated and the old layer is discarded. That shedding also helps remove harmful parasites. What that looks like for us as spiritual beings having a human experience is that anything that is holding us back, harmful beliefs, habits, people, have to be released. Now, prior to shedding, the snake's skin begins to turn bluish. Its eyes become opaque, hindering vision. Within a few days, the snake will rub or hit its head on something abrasive like a rock to tear open the outer layer. We also need a trigger to shed and slip out of what we don't need. For some people, that trigger is a breakup or job loss or a death. For me, my trigger was being abandoned at the last minute before moving to Los Angeles. I had 2 options. I could stay there in the comfort of what I knew, or I could march forward into the unknown, into my future. Here's the thing. On the other side of the shedding, the snake slithers on, moves forward. It doesn't go back to sniff and check and investigate what it left behind. The same applies to your journey. You transform and then you let go, you release as you move forward. It was terrifying as hell, but I am who I am today because I left behind what needed to be left behind. I am who I am today because I leaped into that singular journey.
Oh, how I enjoy her commentary. It's generally a combination of life lesson and a bit of inspiration that I always enjoy. And I feel like it ties in nicely with us talking about Meghan embracing and embarking on her new journey with this upcoming show and the launch of her life brand. Harry and Meghan have both moved on and essentially shed a lot of their dead weight. So I hope that this video and that particularly bit of commentary towards the end has been enlightening or inspirational to at least one of you. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.